Sorry, is this the right way?
No, this is wrong way. And today we're going to compare EUC with a DIY e-bike. With e-bike builder and enthusiast and good friend of mine, Taba na rowerze.
Hi there.
So, let me tell you more about it. Whee! And just to show you guys that we're serious.
Yeah. I don't like this.
Mine is still fine, yay!
Oh, lol.
Wrong way.
Definitely the tire change is easier on the e-bike than on the wheel, because here I need to disassemble it all, and here just a couple screws.
Maybe yes, but we have torque arms and they are quite hard to dismount. But I think I'm going to do it quick.
Yeah.
I got a lot of motivation today.
Nice.
One tire change later.
So awesome thanks to Radek for joining me in this video. And in this video, we will just show you guys how those different vehicles behave. And it's not like a, comparison, this gets 1 point, this gets 1 point, this is so much better, no. You just want to show you the differences between those devices. I've been riding electric unicycles since over 3 years, maybe around 40,000 kilometers on them. And Radek, how long have you been riding e-bikes?
Around 4 years. I was riding an ordinary bike and started riding e-bikes and right away jumped into stunts.
As you can tell maybe by our experience and by the intro, we are testing those devices to the limits, and we will just try to provide you the best sort of entertainment and information about DIY e-bikes, because this is made by you. It's your glorious Kona.
Yeah,
I love
it
this
is.
bike. And the Big Old Hero in this case, provided by Voltride. So yeah, let's get started. So today we'll have 19 categories coming from very simple ones like acceleration, braking, turning, up to like more convenience factors and other stuff to compare. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Always ready.
Let's make it happen!
Let's go.
And first up, we'll have the acceleration test. And I remember doing this test like 2 years ago with the Emotion V10F, so hopefully the result will be different.
I have a different engine as well. Let's see.
See how it goes. So you want to count us in?
3, 2, 1, go. Go.
You got some muscles.
Yeah, thank
I think the muscles are doing a lot of work there. That's crazy. I didn't expect such an insane acceleration.
Because the engine has the most torque at the beginning, but when you help it with your legs,
Yeah.
it goes much faster.
Got you. Can we also go like a small rolling start?
Yeah.
And go! All right, so as you can see, the acceleration is very similar of both of those devices. I felt like I was pretty much on the edge with acceleration here on my wheel, like around 4 or 5 seconds to 50 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just impressed. You have to have also strong legs to make this sort of acceleration like Radek.
I think that if I tweaked a little bit the gears,
Yeah.
I would maybe go a little bit faster,
Gotcha.
but it's not a big difference, so
Yeah.
we don't need to do another run.
Here on the Big Old Hero, we have a 2.5 kilowatt motor, nominal power. And on yours, it's how much?
500 watts, so...
And your legs at like 17 kilowatts.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Top speed on this one around 55, 60 kilometers an hour. How is it on yours, like that you can actually sustain?
45.
45.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the braking test. All right, so now we'll be going to make a brake test. I think I'm gonna lose here, but let's still see what happens. So Radek has to brake from this line there. Let's see how far he goes. 30. Damn! That's quick. That's best of 3, so let's see how good he gets there. All right. Whoa! 1.5 parking spots. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, here goes nothing. Two and a half parking spots. Let's try again.
Nice lean, nice lean.
Thank you, sir. I did.
Roll out, roll out.
I don't know if it counts as success. I overlent it, but it's a bit shorter.
Yeah, you stopped, you stopped.
And okay, that's all I can do.
Okay.
I think it has now some sort of prevention to like not overcharge it or something, but I guess comfortably I can do 1, 2, 3 parking spots, and you can do 2 parking spots.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So you have better braking for sure, but I'm still a bit impressed with this one.
Yes, I'm as well. But I think
Yeah.
it was lots of your skill, man.
Yeah, it's not so easy to brake so hard.
Your skill is outrageous, really.
Thanks, man. So there you have it, guys. In usual day-to-day scenarios, I think both the bike and the EUC in like regular conditions can brake very similarly. Especially with the EUC, you can, you know, sort of brake quick, but because just you lean back. Here you have to sort of prepare a bit.
Yeah.
Also to, you know, lean back and brake strong. But definitely, if you're in a garage, yes, the hydraulic brakes and a powerful e-bike and a great rider will be better than the EUC.
Yeah, but not that much. The difference was not that big.
Yeah.
I thought that this is more. It's going to be more hard to brake like this, and yeah, I'm impressed.
Good boy. All right, guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is a course. We laid out a small course here with pillars. We're gonna see what's the agility of those two things. We're gonna measure the time. Yeah, I'm curious about the result. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. He's off. He'd be quick. And stop. 20 seconds.
It sounds good.
One more.
Yeah, one more.
Go. Oh man, this time he's fast. On a straight. Oh, that's the difficult part.
Let's go, let's go.
There you go. 1922.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, a lot better. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Good job. My turn. Recording.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oi, 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 oi. Oh, there's so little grip here. And acceleration. And braking. No, 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 no. Oh, and here, around, and go.
21.
21.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
Yeah, you are.
Woo.
Whoa.
I have 2 more tries.
Yeah, I know. Those are going to be better.
Oh, well, let's see. I'm very stressed. There is like a lot of sand.
Yeah, yeah.
And me slipping is a lot worse than you slipping.
Yeah. I felt slipping.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
felt
it's terrible,
slipping,
right?
yeah. Okay.
All right. Well
reset. Go.
Oh no, I can take this turn better. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. And this one
Yeah.
also. Oh, very tight. Nice. And this one. Oh, a lot better. A lot better. Everything a lot better. And turn. And now, no touching. Whoa! Oh,
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, look at this.
Wow, that's crazy. Whew.
What's the sound?
That's the fan.
Ah,
because it's over 48 degrees, so now it tries to cool down the baby.
Okay.
Oh,
Man,
I'm shivering. Yeah, one more chance.
go.
All right, now it's going even better. Yeah, and sharp turn here left. Yeah, accelerating. And now this one wider. Getting into this turn better and sharp, yep. And this one better and accelerating out. Woo!
Man, you destroyed me. You destroyed me.
1853. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh my.
Oh, I didn't expect that so much.
Yeah, me as well.
Oh, crazy.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Congrats, man. Congrats, really.
Congrats to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing riding there. Another question that I get asked a lot is if you can even brake with an EUC while turning. So here we have set up a test track with Radek. Let's see if it works. So we'll have to essentially go 30 kilometers an hour, start stopping here, and then we turn around and we measure the time, how long it takes to cross this line then. So let's see how it goes. I think I brake a bit too early.
Okay.
I'll try again.
It's like 3 seconds. It's going to be hard to measure, I think.
All right. Whoa.
Not like this.
It was around 4:20. Mean time, but nice.
Can I do it slipping?
Whatever you feel like, man.
Let's try it.
It's your thing.
Okay. Is it legal?
I'm sure it is. Look at this guy.
Nah.
Around the same time, I think. 3:36.
Can I get a one more try, please?
But I want one more too then.
Okay.
Okay, deal.
Deal.
Wow, that was tight. Wow, that was 2.6. Very nice.
Yeah, but the entry was good, but leaving the curve was not so
gotcha.
good.
Well, then I have one more try then.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't click it in the right time. Oh yeah.
Couldn't do it tighter. Not too
Yeah,
shabby.
it was good. It was good. Last one for me, yeah?
Yes, you do your one. Two. Go. 3.1. Wow. You were leaning like MotoGP. So yeah, I guess next category, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so now we will check the comfort level of both of those devices by riding over the sleeping policeman.
Yeah.
That's what we call them.
Bumps? No,
Speed bumps, yeah.
Speed bumps, okay.
In Poland we call them,
Śpiący policjant.
yeah, sleeping policeman, as it should be. And then we wait for a train. And later we're also going to check the suspension and comfort on a, off-road road path, sort of.
Dirt road.
Dirt road. All right, so now we're in a quieter spot. We'll talk a bit about stuff that is more to talk about rather than show. And first up, we have mobility and comfort. And what I mean by that is how comfortable is it to get around the city? Is it easy to take, I don't know, some narrower paths, off-road paths, and so on?
This bike is full suspension. It has around 200 millimeters of travel, so it's really comfortable when you go around the city. Even when you go off-road, it's okay. This bike is quite short, so maybe a long distance is not the best solution.
Yeah.
But I think that the comfort is quite high in this one. On the street, maybe a bike with less of a travel or thinner wheels would be better.
Yeah.
This one is more an off-road bike, but it's great in the city because in Poland we have lots of holes.
Yeah, potholes and stuff.
Curbs, yeah. So it's a good Polish bike to travel in Poland.
That's awesome. Like the things that I appreciate most about the EUC in terms of like mobility and comfort is that I love standing up.
Yeah.
I never have my hands tired, so that's cool. Sometimes my calves can get tired, but really I can do like a full range test on this, like 70, 80 kilometers, and it's still fine.
Okay.
I guess a thing that I really like about EUC is that I can ride very slowly, also amongst like people, and I'm not afraid to like hit them or something with a handlebar.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Turning radius very small, so I like
That's
that.
right. I have to say that I take lots of space. Riding between people takes lots of space on this bike.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful. And I think that riding on a bike is going to soar your spine, your back, much more than on the wheel.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think that one thing that's like a downside on the EUC is like you don't feel as comfortable maybe on a street with fast-paced cars. All right, I guess let's move to the next one.
Yeah, sure.
All right, now we will talk about range and charging. And maybe a thing that you wouldn't expect is that this has pretty much twice the size of a battery here. But how is it with range? Let's hear it from Radek.
With e-bikes, it's hard to tell because you can pedal assist. Sometimes people say that the range on the e-bike is infinite.
Yeah.
Because you can ride without the assist of the motor. But in real world, we can say that this bike has around 50, maybe 60 kilometers of range with one charge. It has 850 watt hours, so it's not that efficient because it's a hub drive and I use lots of the throttle. Yeah.
With the EUC, we have a 1800 watt hour battery, so it's a bit bigger, and my usual range with usual driving is also like 70 to 80 kilometers. However, when the battery is dead here, then it's dead. Like here, just now your motor fried, and you were pedaling for like 10 kilometers and it was still fine. I mean, your legs are massive and strong, but it's possible. With the EUC, you're just pushing it. So when it comes to charging of this thing, with this particular one, it's not that fast. Stock charging is around 6 hours.
Okay.
0 to 100%, and with the fastest possible on this one, it's 3 hours.
Mine is around 4 hours, and it depends. And it depends on the charger. Yeah. The 4 hours time of charging is quite healthy for the battery. Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
Let's go.
Now we'll talk about the dangers when riding those vehicles, and we will not talk about other users of the road, but mostly like what can sort of make you fall when you're riding. And with the e-bike, it's pretty straightforward. How is it with the e-bike?
Yeah, it's hard to tell what's the biggest danger because maybe a flat tire
Or like a slippery surface, like sand.
Yeah, but when you have two tires, the contact surface is bigger. So I think that the slippery surface is less dangerous on a bike than on the ECU.
Oh yeah, on EUC, yeah, definitely.
EUC, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the EUC, there's quite a bit more of danger, sadly, so you need to look out a bit more. Potholes, especially if you don't have suspension, can just throw you off. You can get into wobbles if you're not experienced.
Okay.
Sometimes, if you have a very narrow path, you can hit with the pedal here, and that's, pretty much automatically could be a fall if you're not experienced. So yeah, and if you overlean it, you can cut it out. It's not that easy to do it, especially if you have a lot of power, but it can happen. And at top speed, same thing. Especially as with this one, you can turn off all of the safety features, and then you're just riding a bit on the edge. So definitely this is more of a early adopter thing. It's not yet, and probably will never be, as safe to ride as a e-bike.
There's a small thing I forgot to mention in the video though, and that is falling. And falling on EUC is a lot better than on the e-bike, because oftentimes you can just run out if you are about to fall. And if you do fall, you have wrist guards, and the machine usually just falls somewhere and never hurts you. And then you just sort of tumble and everything is mostly all right. Whilst on an e-bike, you go over the handlebars, you can get hit by the e-bike. There's a lot of weight and like sharp edges that can also hit you. Recently, Chameleon had a fall. She does big jumps on EUC, she falls, and the first time she actually had a big accident was on a Surron bike. So also go check out link in the description if you want to help her out. There's a GoFundMe. But yeah, falling on EUC is really cool. I mean, if there's no other way out, sort of. Yeah.
But I have to tell that the flat tire is very rare, and falls, because of the reasons that I just told you, weren't so often when it comes to my EUC riding. Now we'll talk about exercise when riding. And maybe to your surprise, the EUC does require quite a bit of muscles, and as we were talking, a lot of like core muscles. So you will need to balance your body. It's definitely, I think, not as exercise free as, for example, riding a scooter. However, you definitely sort of don't have a choice to have exercise or not. I mean, you can go very hard off-roading, and yes, it will make you, sweat and stuff, but it's not like a cardiovascular training per se. So I still like it about EUC because I never get sort of, sweaty to places unless I, do extreme off-road. But if I wanted to, I can't have this exercise. I would have to do it at the gym. How is it with the e-bike?
Yes, like this one with the throttle, you can go totally relaxed and use it more like a scooter, but I don't recommend it. I actually like to help the engine and do lots of pedaling, and then you can actually feel your legs burning.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, especially when you want to extend your range with your battery, because more you pedal, the longer the range, more you pedal, the bigger the acceleration, as we saw.
Oh yeah, your
before.
acceleration is nuts.
I usually pick e-bikes because I like to get a little bit sore muscles. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So usually when I stop riding, when I finish riding at this day, I feel like exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, that's very cool, especially that you have the choice to do it.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Yeah.
We have to emphasize that. It's a choice. You can go totally relaxed or find a place between relaxed and exhausted, so you can find your balance.
Yeah. Damn. And now we'll talk about practicality. We want to start with the e-bike?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's hard to get this thing to another city because when you want to travel in the train, it's big. It's much bigger than an ordinary bike.
Yeah.
When I travel with this, I put it in my car.
Yeah.
And I have to deassemble the wheel, take the seat off. It's big, it's heavy. I would rather take this thing to another city, and it's quite attractive when I think about this. Like
this. How is it like also for doing chores and like transporting stuff on the bike? And like leaving it somewhere maybe?
I don't leave my bike anywhere. Like I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because it looks quite attractive. So I'm really scared of leaving it anywhere, and it's hard to take something with you because maybe with a backpack.
Yeah.
But I don't have any racks to put anything in it, so it's just a fun bike, so I can go just have fun.
Okay, got you. With the EUC, I guess, it's a lot smaller. It's a lot easier to store at home. Taking it into like a trunk or to a train, although with trains, and batteries, also, it's a different story. But I guess with the safer EUCs, I think it's a good, I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea, batteries and trains.
Okay.
But anyways, it's smaller. It's heavier, but I think it's still easier to carry.
I think so
and
too.
I guess the biggest benefit is also that you have the trolley handle
Yeah.
So if I go into a store or if I go somewhere, I just push this thing around and I'm not afraid that someone would like steal it outside.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have the choice sort of to take it in, which is one of the major things I like about EUC.
You won't take inside of the store
Yeah.
this thing, yeah?
Yeah, you won't. No.
Yeah, yeah. You take too much space, and you will be thrown out of the store.
Oh yeah, definitely. I also take stuff with my backpack, and actually I can take stuff with on the back and on the front, because just the way I ride.
Yeah.
And I have still my two hands free, so it's really easy to open doors,
Yeah.
to go in and out of places. So yeah, that's definitely a great benefit of the EUC.
Yeah, it's a big plus for it.
Yeah. All right, now we will talk about the learning curve. And yeah, this is as easy as riding a bicycle. I mean, yeah, there's not much to it. I mean, to learn the way how you ride, you will need some time because he has a built-in gyro like I have in the EUC. You have it in your brain, and you can balance and do all those crazy things. What do you think is the learning curve with the e-bike?
I think it needs a little bit of time to get used to the weight of it, because it's much heavier than a traditional bike.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, if you can ride a bike, you can definitely ride an e-bike. Not much I can say about this.
Yeah, I think with EUC it's like the exact opposite.
Okay.
I mean, initially there is like a big sort of thought people have that it's like just one wheel and it's difficult to learn to ride. I think just to like get it and start riding just a small bit, like you know, on a test track or whatever in the park, you can get it like from 10 minutes to an hour or two. But then to just have the confidence to, you know, take part in public, you know, transit and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it takes them like a week at least. And then to do like all of the crazy maneuvers, like going fast, braking really fast, not having any wobbles, like it takes its sweet time. It's like 1,000, 2,000 kilometers.
Oh.
But if you start early, also for like children and stuff, it's also very natural. So I think just the initial hurdle is like very high in EUC just to get into it. But at the same time, it's also very, very rewarding once you get it. Very satisfying.
That's a good conclusion.
Yeah.
Rewarding.
And also once you get it, very effortless.
Okay.
Because here sort of the machine follows your body, and here you have to sort of work with the machine to make things happen.
Yeah. The e-bike wants to go like straight, and you have to fight with it to make it out of its balance. So if you want to wheelies or stoppies, you need lots of skill.
Yeah.
Much more than on a traditional bike.
Oh gosh, because it's heavier also.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about price. And the EUC, this one in particular, is around €3,000. It's available at Voltride, link below. They sent me it, so I mention it. I guess usually for something that makes a lot of sense, it's like anywhere between €2,000–3,000.
Yeah. This one was made by hand, so I'm going to tell you about the price of the different components summed up.
Yeah.
So it's around maybe €2,500, something around. Lots of these components were second-hand components, so the shock was like second-hand because a new one could be very costly. But if you have some skill and you have like €2,500, you can do something like this.
Price is, I guess, pretty similar.
Quite similar.
With the difference that here you need to put the work into it.
Yeah. Maybe if you want to pay someone to do it for you, the price would be the same.
There you go. That's the price. I mean, you saw the performance, you can make the ratio out yourself.
Yeah.
The next category we have is tuning. And with EUC, comparatively, it's pretty limited. We can't really change anything, I mean, without the big hassle about the motor, about the controller, about the battery. I think the things that you can do is, you know, add some additional lighting, add a speaker, get some different pads, get different, you know, foot plates, tire. But when it comes to like the internal tuning, it's rather difficult. How is it with the e-bikes?
Actually, it depends what e-bike do you think. With this one, like do-it-yourself e-bike, you can tune everything. You can just pick all random stuff and put it in, change the battery, change the engine, so You can do everything. When you think about e-bikes from a shop, yeah, it's as well as here,
Yeah.
quite limited. With the bikes from the shop, you cannot change the engine, the battery, and stuff like that.
Here the e-bike does have a lot more possibilities.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now we will talk about reliability, and for this category I will not use the Hero because it's just 600 kilometers on the odometer. I will take, you know, information from the Veteran Sherman I own for around 10,000 kilometers. So with the Veteran Sherman I had, when it comes to, you know, problems that were just sort of the fault of the EUC itself, I had to change a BMS on
Okay.
it, which was, you know, a bit of a hassle. They, you know, they changed the BMSs now, but I had to do it, which was a bit costly. I think it was like €250 to change it out.
Yeah.
I got a new one for free though. Can't remember precisely, but I think that was the price. I had to change a tire, which is, you know, a bit of a hassle because it's not that easy to do it. But it was because the tire was already done. It was after 7,000 kilometers or 6,000. I think that's it. No, I had to change bearings after 3,500 kilometers, which is also a bit of a job, but it's not that expensive. I think it's, you know, anywhere around 100, €200 to do that with the labor. So that's basically it when it comes to issues that were just the EUC's fault over 10,000 kilometers. How is it with the e-bike?
Yeah, like with this one has around 7,500 kilometers. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Like I changed a lot of things before they break because I need more performance, like brakes. I
Yeah.
changed them like 1,000 kilometers ago, but not because they were wrong, but these are better. Today we burned the engine,
The motor, yeah.
but I was aware of this, that it's going to burn because it's overvolted.
Yeah.
It's much more power that the producer recommends. Yeah. So you have to change the tires. The tires wear out much faster than in traditional bikes. I think that every 2 seasons.
Every 2 seasons you change
Yeah,
tires.
yeah, it's like maybe 2,000,
Okay.
something like this. It depends on the tires as well. But you have lots of different parts you can put in with different prices. What can
How
I
often
say?
do you have to change the brakes?
It depends on the conditions you ride and the style you ride. But I think that once a season.
Okay.
Some people change them more often, like 2 or 3 times a season,
Yeah.
because the speed is bigger and you have to stop the vehicle from the bigger speeds. So
Yeah.
I think about things that wear off,
Yeah.
like you need to change them, maybe the bearings in the suspension,
Oh, okay.
but it's like maybe every 2 seasons. So
Okay.
it's almost maintenance free, but you have to. It's better you just sometimes take it apart, check the bearings, check the stuff,
Yeah.
so you don't damage anything while you're riding.
They're both like sort of maintenance free.
Yeah.
With the fact that there's just more components on the e-bike.
Yeah.
So sometimes you will need to change them, like the brakes and the bearings in the suspension. But the bearings in the suspension you have, for example, also in this one. So I guess that's that. Next one.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe the last thing I want to say that the electric engines are really maintenance free.
Yeah.
This one was like it's
It took a beating.
yeah, it took a beating.
Yeah.
Does the engines in ECU burn?
Not often. Very rarely they burn, and I didn't ever have the problem yet.
Yeah, I think that's the point. We have to push a lot that the engines are really good.
Yeah, that's true. And the only thing that could happen potentially is the motherboard frying. That's a lot more probable than the motor frying.
Yeah. That's my experience as well.
So now we will talk about durability. When it comes to durability of the EUC, depends of course on the model, but here in this one, it's rather plasticky, but it took many falls today and it's still very much alive. It's plastic, but underneath there's metal. So it's sort of durable, but I don't think it's as durable as the e-bike.
Not quite sure.
Yeah?
Because all the mass is compressed in
That's
this
true.
one. It's really compact. So when it falls, I think it's harder to break. But when the e-bike falls, it has lots of exposed parts, so sometimes you can bend the handlebars, or you can damage the fork when you like fall in the bad place. So I'm not so sure that it's less durable. But it also depends on the parts that are on this bike.
Yeah.
This bike is a downhill bike, so it's quite robust. But I think that lots of e-bikes, especially do-it-yourself e-bikes, are made with much lighter, thinner components. And I think it's when you crash, almost always you need to change something. So
interesting. Yeah, with this one I don't need to, and even like the axles, they're tight. You know, the motor isn't spinning in out of itself with the torque arm, for example.
Okay.
Because you don't have that here. You have just sort of 4 screws that hold the motor.
Yeah, that's great. Especially you have some challenges with the e-bikes to construct them properly.
That's
because
true.
when you construct your first e-bike, it's usually not durable. Yeah, so keep that in mind.
All right. So now we'll talk about the safety of the device. And particularly with this brand, because there were some problems and still are problems that arise mainly to sort of the battery safety and, you know, hot charge port, you know, the no communication with the BMS between the motherboard and stuff. And particularly, I guess, a thing that is like problematic is the regen, because that's sort of the only thing that stops you. I mean, it's still powerful and you have capacitors that, you know, help with getting the power back into the battery, and it's also not that much power that goes back into the battery. You can have no problems for like 10-20,000 kilometers, but if you have them, then you have a problem. So I guess that's that. How is it with the e-bikes?
Like it depends who is the constructor of the battery.
Yeah,
it's the most dangerous thing, like the battery. Lots of people do it with used cells, and it depends how much use they were. So and who assembled them. Yeah, I think it's not that dangerous, but you have to look out for the battery. I want to mention one thing. When I saw today when you tripped on the
when I crashed.
on the motorcycle, it just started spinning, and I think that could be dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. Particularly if you have, because I have it set up now, so I can tilt it a lot, so it doesn't turn off if I, you know, make the turn. But that's the thing with it. Yeah, it starts spinning crazy.
Yeah, that was
it falls just in a like weird way.
That was quite dangerous. The e-bike doesn't have the problem because it falls. Usually it breaks when it falls, so it's maybe a little less dangerous about this.
When it comes to off-roading, actually both of these devices are very capable, as we found out. It's we are very tired after a session when off-roading. I guess you saw the clips. When it comes to the EUC, it definitely takes a lot of time to learn it, going off-road, and there's some particular dangers that are a bit difficult. For example, you have to lock into the into the pads here, and even if the EUC is sideways, you need to keep going straight, because if you put your foot off, then you will fall. Foot plates is another part. So if you hit something here, probably you'll fall. It can spin out of control, and then it loses balance. You lose balance. So there's quite a bit of dangers, but it's also very satisfying to go off-road on a EUC because you have no handlebars. You're just using your legs. Especially going slow off-road is a lot of fun, and a lot of EUC riders actually prefer going off-road because it's awesome to do that, especially with suspension on the Hero. And with e-bikes,
I want to tell one more thing.
Okay.
Adam, with the off-road trails we were on today, like your skill was madness.
Thank you so much.
Man, it's hard to ride the bike on the trails we rode today, but you were like smashing it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
This thing is literally constructed to go off-road. I feel really confident on it. I'm really tired.
Is it like any different compared to a regular e-bike? I mean, regular bike.
When going off-road, sometimes you don't have the time to pedal because you will lose your balance.
Oh, okay.
So with bikes like this, you can just use a little bit throttle,
Yep.
or change the power of the bike to go faster up the hill. But with bikes, hub drive bikes, you have a problem that the hub is going to get hot very fast on the off-road when you climb. When you go down, it's okay,
Yeah.
it's not a problem. But when you go up, it's going to feel it. Yeah.
But that's a great thing too. With both of these things, you don't need to worry anymore when you go uphill again.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you say that it's going to take you up without any effort.
Yeah.
But with this one, it was a little bit effort
little bit
because
of effort,
yeah, because you need to take the pressure of the engine with helping with your legs. It's really much better with the e-bike than with the regular bike.
Yeah. I guess the thing that we also saw when off-roading is that this thing has like so much torque.
Yeah.
It just like flies up all the hills.
Yeah, it does.
So I think for the same price, it's actually like a bit more torque on the
Oh,
EUC
sure, yeah.
Than especially because you have to also use your legs a lot.
Yeah.
So then you get tired over a longer period of time.
Yeah, the torque on this thing is
Mental.
really impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The torque is really important on off-road.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because the obstacles you ride needs to be, I don't know, when you lean forward, you can just make a bunny hop or jump higher. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's great.
So I guess the torque, amazing, and here of course stability, suspension,
Yeah.
and like safety. Here we have just foot point of contact, here your leg, and sort of here also your leg and your calves, and here
okay.
you have the contact point, hands,
Yeah,
feet,
yeah, that's the
and
thing.
two tires.
It's more like on this thing you feel like a cat on 4 legs.
Yeah,
Yeah, and on this one you
like a flamingo.
yeah, flamingo. Oh shit, that's great.
All right, next one.
Next one.
All right, so let's conclude it all. We talked a lot about differences, different behaviors, what those things do, but in the end, we like both.
Yeah.
And, you want to get an EUC maybe,
Sure.
and I would maybe want to get an e-bike. But now we'll just tell you a bit more like why we sort of ride those things, compressing it with some emotions we have also with those devices
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So I think mostly when it comes to EUC for me is just the freedom of mobility. And we actually didn't talk about this in the video, but I love riding backwards. I love, the turning radius, and that all of those things are just achievable by leaning your body. And I love the feeling of riding. It's very freeing for me. And usually when I was before riding, scooters, e-bikes, also e-mopeds, I just don't like to be, confined to the handlebar and to, having a position that is always the same. Here I can sit down, I can stand up,
Yeah.
and I'm just sort of standing freely. And definitely a great part of it is also that it's small and that I can take it into places. But with that said, some of the things I really don't like about them, and you can check out my video about it too, things I don't like about EUC, is that you depend sort of on a computer, which can sort of break, also regarding just software. And definitely when going off-road, I just don't have the same amount of stability that I would have basically on an e-bike.
Yeah.
And if I would have a cargo bike or a bigger e-bike, it would be way easier for me to haul stuff on a trailer, or maybe just with some bags on the back, instead of the EUC with a backpack here or here. And definitely also for traveling, it's very cool to have it small. And riding on long distances, like even between cities, it's very comfortable on EUC. And for me, it's very hard to get tired of riding it. So even as we were riding yesterday, we were also doing some stunts. In the evening, I basically rode around in the city, and yeah, I love the way it looks. I love to, love the sort of cyber cop, whatever, cyberpunk aesthetic.
Yeah.
And that's why I will keep riding. But I actually want to get into e-bikes as well. Not so much into e-scooters anymore, but I think I'll do it just like in my own pace, not testing any devices, but maybe like doing something yourself, or just having sort of a good base and just buying it for myself.
Okay.
How is it for you? Why do you love e-bikes?
Well, my base skill was like riding on the street, freeride street, a little bit downhill. So when I jumped into e-bikes, I refreshed my memory about the bikes and just like it flies, man. It flies.
That's great.
You don't feel the weight. It gets lots of torque, the stability, and it gives me lots of freedom. But I'm really jealous about
Yeah?
the freedom you have with your hands and your body. I love this.
I love dancing on EUC too.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. You said I have to put my hands on the handlebars.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a problem. I would like to not put my hands on the handlebars, but it's really gets me more stability.
Yeah.
So I like the e-bike because I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can wheelie, you can do all of those tricks.
Yeah. So I can get like my skills from traditional bike on the e-bike, and it's emphasized.
Yeah, definitely.
The manuals or wheelies are helped with the throttle and with the balance of your body. So it's great. It's great to go drops, stairs, downstairs. It's quite universal, and I feel really safe on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would feel safe on it too.
Okay. And the thing I love the most about do-it-yourself e-bikes is that you can like put all the things you want in an e-bike. This one is an off-road bike, but you can go with a cruiser.
Yeah.
You can go with a fat bike, small fat bike, the cargo bikes.
Yeah, they're very cool.
The e-bikes you can do are limitless.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. I think that the road bikes, like with the thin wheels, with a small engine inside, it would be great. Like all those bikes, all the possibilities you can put inside are just great. That makes me, like feel almost every time excited. I'm always excited when I think about e-bikes because you can build anything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All tongue twister.
So there you have it. It's not really like this is better, this is better, this is better.
Yeah.
I think they're both better.
Yeah.
It just comes down to what you want, sort of. And I hope this video helped. And if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.